Picture this, a nation gripped by fear, a maximum security prison thought to be unbreakable, and two men who defied it all. Their names? Chidhumo and Edgar Masendeke. They weren't just criminals, they were a phenomenon, a duo so notorious they turned crime into folklore. But who were they really, and how did they pull off the impossible? Let's rewind to the mid-90s. Zimbabwe is a country finding its footing after independence, but beneath the surface, unrest is brewing. Enter Chidhumo, a teenage troublemaker from Zaka, born to a businessman father. He's got a knack for chaos and a hunger for more. Then there's Edgar Masendeke, a bully from Kwekwe, raised in a violent home under an abusive polygamist father. Two ticking time bombs destined to collide. By 1995, they're both behind bars at Mutimura-Fu Remand Prison, Chidhumo for a robbery spree, Masendeke for murdering a woman and stealing her car. They're serving 16 years each, but prison? That's just where their story begins. These weren't your average inmates. Chidhumo's a martial arts student, cunning, calculated. Masendeke's a brute, raw power, no remorse. Together, they're unstoppable. And in November 1995, they prove it. Imagine the scene. 5 inmates, led by Chidhumo and Masendeke, overpower the guards. They lock them in the cells, grab the keys, and walk out like they own the place. It's the only successful breakout from Chikurubi Maximum prison in history. The others, Langton Zano, Langton Charambira, Jameson Musara, they're just along for the ride. But Chidhumo and Masendeke, they're the masterminds. They don't stick around. They bolt to Mozambique, turning the border into their playground. For 2 years, they launch armed raids back into Zimbabwe, Manicaland, Masvingo, robbing, raping, murdering. The police, outmatched. The public, terrified. Their names are everywhere. Spray painted on buses, whispered in streets. Kids start calling themselves Chidhumo in pickup games. They're not just criminals anymore, they're icons. The Zimbabwe Republic Police can't let this stand. They launch Operation Masendeke, a manhunt with a $60,000 bounty on Chidhumo's head. In 1997, they catch a break. Chidhumo's nabbed in Mozambique. He's hauled back, slapped with 24 charges, and sentenced to 30 years, on top of 42 more from another court. Case closed, right? Wrong. August 18th, 1997. Chidhumo's back in Chikurubi, and he's not staying. With 3 others, an ex-cop, an ex-soldier, and a desperate inmate, he stages another escape. They kill a warden, scale the fence, and vanish into the night. One's shot dead, another's wounded. But Chidhumo, he's gone. Again. 29 days on the run. He robs to survive, hides on the border, even marries in Mozambique for cover. But the net's closing. Detectives track him to Beira, shoot him in a firefight, and drag him back. Masendeke is caught too. Operation Masendeke finally pays off. The duo's reign ends at the hangman's noose. Masendeke, just 23, pleads guilty to 38 charges, rape, murder, you name it. Chidhumo, the charismatic kingpin, goes down with him. They're among the last executed in Zimbabwe. The nation breathes a sigh of relief. But the legend lives on. Why do we still talk about them? Because they weren't just criminals, they were a mirror, a reflection of a society where desperation breeds defiance, and defiance becomes myth. Chidhumo and Masendeke didn't just break out of prison, they broke into history. Thanks for watching. If you thought this was wild, hit that subscribe button. There's more where this came from. This is Zimbopreneur, and we celebrate those who take what they're given and build empires. Hit that subscribe button. Stay sharp, play smart, we move.